Hello and welcome to yet another edition of RooLive, coming to you digitally and pre-recorded. I am Lisa T with Roo, and I am so excited to be joined by the fabulous Dr. Kaylee Foster. She is one of our newest core vets, and we're really excited to have her tell you a little bit about why she elected to become a full-time relief vet. If you are unfamiliar with Roo, we are a revolutionary new online relief platform that brings vets and techs and hospitals together at the click of a button. You make your own schedule, you decide when and where you want to work, and you get paid within 2 business days. So we're really excited about bringing our services to all of Texas. And so we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to turn it over. Dr. Foster, please introduce yourself. Tell us about who you are, why you wanted to be a vet. Where did you go to vet school? How did you wind up where you are today?
All right. Hi. So my name's Kay Foster. I am from a little town kind of right in between Pittsburgh and Erie, Pennsylvania. But I got my first taste of warm weather when I traveled to the beautiful island of St. Kitts to go to Ross University for vet school. So yay, Rossi's out there. I then completed my clinical year at LSU. And that's when I just found out that I love all this hot, muggy weather. So I stuck around in the South, jumped over to Houston area, and that's where I've been since.
So tell us a little bit about how you found out about Roo, and what was it that convinced you to sign up? Because obviously we are a new company, so not everybody knows who we are.
Yeah, absolutely. So I was working in general practice for the past 4 years since graduation. I've been at the same place. It got to a point where I just felt like I needed to take my career to the next step and try something new. But obviously that's a really big jump to take. It's really hard when you have voices telling yourself that the grass isn't greener on the other side. So what I started doing was I just did shift every now and then, maybe like once a month for about the past year with Roo. And so that's kind of how I was able to stick my toes in that water before I took a big leap first. So I was really thankful to get that experience before I did decide, I think this is something that I can totally do full time. So that's how I got started. Little tease first, and then I just went for it.
That's what makes relief so great, just in general, right? Is you can try things here or there and really decide what it is that you like to do, because you are a person who came straight out of vet school right into a contract, into a full-time job, and we know that's what they're telling vet students to do, right? So what was it about relief in general, or even about Roo specifically, that really pushed you over the edge and helped you decide, yes, full-time relief is for me. This is what I want to be doing instead of working at one place full-time?
Yeah. I don't mean to sound too cheesy, but it is just, I love this idea of it gets to fight compassion fatigue and burnout for me because I get to be in a new setting, which is really engaging and enriching for me. Obviously, we're all in this to help animals, but then the component that's new to it for me is I get to help other doctors too. I get to make sure that they get a day off. Some of the places I've covered for have had doctors that are just set up the business. It's their baby. They don't want to leave. And yet they've been working 6 days a week for the past year or so. You need a day off. We're all in this for the long run. It's a marathon. We got to pace ourselves. So the fact that my career means more than just helping pets, more than just doing what feels good to me, but the fact that I get to help now other doctors is what I really like about it.
No joke. I just got goosebumps. That was, you just said exactly what we at Roo are hoping that people will realize, that you can take a day off, that you've been through 4 years of vet school. You have earned this, and it is your baby, but you can also step away and trust somebody like you to come in and fill your shoes admirably.
Yeah.
So now I'm curious, what would be, looking back on your 4 years at one hospital, what would be the biggest difference between working at one clinic and doing full-time relief? Obviously you said, you like the change of pace, you like the change of scenery. What are some other things that are really different?
Yeah. Getting to set my own schedule is really, really nice. I still feel a little guilty about like the amount of weekends I'm seeing. It just feels wrong at this point, but I'm trying to embrace it. I love having just full control over my own schedule, what I'm seeing. I prefer more of like a general practice setting. But if I, want to feel brave every now and then and do an emergency shift, I can do that. I get to experience more in terms of the type of medicine, the type of pace that you're in. There's some hospitals that only see 10 pets a day. There are some hospitals that you see 30 pets a day. And so I really like all the changes of pace. I just like how it's kind of tailored to whatever you like and whatever you like in that moment, in that week, whatever. It's not.
And if it's okay if it changes. That's the best part. If you're like, okay, I did the EC shifts, I've gotten my fill for the month, I'm going to go back to my GP. And so last question, and this is more personal, and this is less related to the medicine part of it and more related to your personal life. How, if at all, you can say it hasn't changed, but how has your life changed? I mean, are you finding yourself happier, more fulfilled, absent the medicine and just in Dr. Foster's life?
Yeah. I definitely like kind of to touch base on some of the other answers I gave. I mean, just finding more fulfillment out of my career leaves me feeling more satisfied with what I do. It helps me to have my time off be my time off because I really do feel fulfilled with what I do. So when it does get to be that weekend that I get, I can really just enjoy it and I don't have to worry about what I'm leaving behind. Because I just feel like I've done my piece, I've done my part, and now I get to focus on myself. So I really like that. The other thing is just I feel so empowered. The part that I wasn't expecting was, you should pretty much just set yourself up like your own little business, and that's so empowering. I've gotten pretty much my self-appointed business degree from YouTube from this. But yeah, I feel really empowered to just kind of do my own thing and do my best and be at my best.
That's fantastic. So I mentioned it briefly at the beginning and I want to go into just a little bit more detail. I mentioned that you are one of our newer core vets and I kind of glazed right past what that actually is. So aside from being a really rad car, the core vets at Roo are our veterinarians who have committed to basically being a full-time relief vet with Roo. Because obviously there are relief vets who that's all they do, but they work on their own schedule, on their own, they track all of their hours and finances and schedules. And what Roo has done is taken it and basically given you like your own business software. So you get to have your schedule in one place, have all of your invoices and all your payment takes place on there, but you're still working as a full-time relief vet. You're just doing it exclusively for Roo. And what that means is you get little extra benefits, right? So we have minimum shift requirements. That's the only thing that we require of our core vets is you have to work a certain number of shifts. And that varies depending on whether you're doing primarily emergency or primarily general practice, but it's around 18 shifts per month. And every month that you fulfill that, you get a nice little $500 bonus, just right into your wallet. And that comes with no strings attached. You get to spend it on your CE. You get to spend it on health insurance because, you're an independent contractor. Or you can spend it on vacation if that's what you want to spend it on. It's just basically our way of saying like, you're a contractor, so we can't give you benefits, but here's your benefit. It's money to spend on what you need to spend it on. But the nice thing is you aren't required to work 18 shifts a month necessarily, because if you have to take a few less one month, then we're not firing you. We're not kicking you off the platform. So being a core vet, you still get that flexibility and you get that control, but you still have that freedom to take a day off if you need to take a day off, or, if you're like, I'm going out of town, see ya, suckers. You don't have to get our permission. You get to take a vacation. That's fine. So if, as you've been listening to this interview, you're like, this actually sounds incredible. And it sounds like the life that I want for myself. And Dr. Foster has inspired me to be a Core Vet. It's super easy to sign up. You just go to www.roo.vet. I'm going to put the website underneath me when I make this video. And registration is free. There's no membership fee. You never have to pay us to do anything. We just pay you to work. So it's super duper simple. And hopefully everyone here has been inspired to become a relief vet with Roo, even if not a Core Vet, even if picking up 1 or 2 shifts, just like you did to start. Then, if that 1 shift a month or 2 shifts a month help you feel fulfilled, then we have accomplished our mission. So Dr. Foster, thank you so much for speaking with us. We are so excited to have you as part of our team, and we look forward to many, many more months and weeks and years of your fulfillment and you feeling empowered to live life the way that you want. So thank you, and thank you all for tuning in. And we are so excited to see you at Roo.vet.